Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. First of all, Mr. B's Fish and Things. Angie, aka Mrs. B. Let's see, they're having a discussion, Mr. and Mrs. B. And nope, Monday's not pork chop night. All right, Daryl Deemer, Logan, Ambus Aquatics, Tampa Tom Fishing. Let's see here. Daryl Deemer and Don Gallagher here. All right. Thank you, guys. Welcome. 5 in, 3 thumbs up. All good. So Tampa Tom gave me the topic for tonight's live stream. Salty Reef, welcome. And he asked me in a previous video if I'm breeding for profit. The long and short answer is no. Am I breeding to improve guppy strains? Yes. Am I breeding to sell an occasional fish or two? Yes. But I look at it as more of paying for my addiction. So I've not chosen pure breed for profit fish. A pure breed for profit fish for guppies would be getting an Asian line nobody really has yet. That would be real big. It's Big J's Fish Keeper. Welcome to the live stream. It would be getting long finned super red plecos. That certainly would be a breeding for profit thing. Those are much more, or getting, speaking to my man TM Aquatics and speaking to Tom about getting some of those leopard frog plecos. He and I speak Vikings fan, Skoll. So, maybe I'd be able to get some out of him. No, my main thing right now is to breed, is number one, to go out and grow. And if I can sell some fish and some shrimp and some, and pay for the hobby, all more power to me. Cichlid King Aquatics. Do I ever see myself being a full-time fish breeder? Probably not. What would I like to do is I would like to have do some mail order of of things that people would like, and that's something that I would want to do. Fish stuff. V-Stag, what up? Now, Tampa Tom says the best part of breeding lots of fish like guppies is that 1 out of 50 or more that's just amazing and priceless to you. Yeah, that's part of the deal. I just set up. In fact, Sunday's video came out, and Chewy, welcome to the live stream. So, and I showed you the 2 trios I set up, and one of the fish is not really coloring up yet, but I think he will, because in the 55 he looked kind of purplish with kind of a gold sheen, kind of funky. He looks kind of dull right now, but I think he's just getting into the aquarium. Hey, thank you very much, Tampa Tom. I really appreciate it. So the long and short of it is this. Is that I want to pay for my hobby. I don't see myself doing this as a full-time living. I'm not going to quit my job tomorrow and just breed fish and go crazy. Not necessarily what I want to do. Doug Gray. That's right. What's up? It's unfortunately a bad day for the Eagles, good day for the Vikings. And so the idea here is that I'm not going into full-time fish breeding. But again, I'd like to eventually do. In fact, I have been looking at things in Asia about having the having the right unique items that are not available in the U.S. that I could sell via my website. And I do own a website. It isn't up and active, but I do own mobbguppy.com. Let's see here. Amateur Aquatics, welcome to the live stream. And Cyclic King Aquatic says, I breed albino short fin, long fin, and chocolate long fin bristlenose. See, there you go. Those long fins, there's that's an attractive market. People want those fish. So my super reds, I showed you a thing with like one in there yesterday. And yeah, jaguar cichlids. Now that's a real fish, and that can take care of any culls you may have. Hey, Susan, welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. So yeah, so my ultimate goal here is, it's like my channel. Would I like to have 200,000, a million people watching my channel like like Joey? Of course. But that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this in a very simple way. I'm doing this as a chronicle of my experiences in the fish room, and why I do the live stream. Bob Kaler, welcome to the live stream. The one reason why I do the channel is this. It's not necessarily for clicks and for views, even though I like that and I want be nice to be monetized at some point. I just think that someone put on one of their videos. I won't say who it is unless he shows up here. Turbo Fish, what's going on, nerd? Is that my idea here is that I learned so much from doing the live stream. Larry D. Thanks some more. Welcome. I learned a lot from you guys, and I learned from other type of folks. So here, I'm going to tell you something. So one of the guys who's occasionally here, if he shows up, I may reference the conversation. You can see it on his channel, but I won't say who it is because it doesn't matter. But I think there's a lot of people who feel this way. Is that he was discussing the idea of channels that only do live streams. They never put out video content. And I try to do 50-50. I try to do half of mine as video content, half is live stream. And the reason I do live streams is to communicate with you, is to build a community, to build an idea that we share ideas. We talk sometimes about silly stuff. But that's my goal here. My goal here is just to talk about being here as a community and do the live stream. So, and I know there's some Susan, you're exactly right. Live streams are bonding. Exactly correct. And I do put out videos. In fact, I need to do better videos. And it's funny, is I bought a brand new camera almost 5 months ago, and I've yet to make a video with it. I'm using my old camera, and I need to use it because it's great. I've done a lot of shoots with it. I've done a lot of wildlife stuff and really, really enjoy it. But, that's sort of the deal. So, he brought up people who only do live streams and do, who are only, promoting what they sell and what have you. Again, I have no problem. I have no problem. If people want to go out and make money, all good with me. BWBs, Aquatics, welcome. Man, we got, look at this gang. We have 16 people here, 12 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for the 12 likes. I really appreciate it. And this stream is not being brought to you by the delicious water from Coca-Cola called Aquafina. Is this from Coca-Cola or Pepsi? You see, that's a good question. PepsiCo. So I have some good news. I have put an offer in on a home. I don't know. I may learn during this live stream whether I'm a homeowner or not. So my realtor called me, or actually texted me around noon saying, hey, do you want to see a house this afternoon? And I said, sure. He gave me the address, so I looked it up online. And it had been a rental, and like the inside had some funky colors. So I'm going, I don't really want to get into a home and paint. You know what I'm saying? It's I just want to do my fish. That's all I want. I want to set up rooms full of aquariums. That's it. But, I went and looked at it, and the people had repainted the inside a color that's not perfect, but it's not bad. I can live with it. It's no big deal. They painted it sort of sort of an off-white bluish color, which is fine. It's perfectly neutral. All right. So I went and I looked at that, and it's perfect. The house is perfect. The right size lawn, everything flat. It's an 8-year-old home. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The deal is I have a lease until April 30th. And when you buy a house for the first time, if you haven't bought one before, is that yeah, and the Vikings, Prince and the Vikings, Doug Gray. And by the way, I visited Prince's house, his first house, which was purple. And if you look hard online, if you go to Prince's house, Kiowa, Kiowa, Chanhassen, Minnesota. You'll see this house, his first house. He was living there when Purple Rain came out, and it's purple. So here's the deal: is that I went and I went and looked at this house. It was perfect, nice neighborhood. Of the thing, two of the homes in the neighborhood were of cops. Thumbs up. No one's coming to my house to arrest anything. The idea that somebody pulls down your road and they see a couple of police cars, all fine with me. Okay, pretty happy. So, but we're negotiating now in the close. So I offered them but because I'm a big spender, $1,000 more than what they were asking if I could move in on March, if we could close on March 2nd. So I wouldn't have to pay the lease until May 1st. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, so we'll find out. The realtor that's selling it apparently is out with a client right now and showing that client a couple of homes. So I should hear a text from Jeremy. My realtor's name is Jeremy, and he will be writing me back. And again, he couldn't. I mean, really nice people. I've looked now at about 4 or 5 houses with them, and this is the one just sort of perfect. Get me into a house like this. So that's the deal. So it's perfect for the fish, perfect for me, all good. So it's the thing is that when does by the way, let me Google this. When does the dollar a gallon sale happen again at Petco? Because I got to go buy some aquariums. Yeah, dollar per gallon sale. Let's see here. Let me do 2020. Da, 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 da. Let's see here. I'm not really seeing it. Does any one of you have any idea of when that's coming back? That would be great because I've got to go and I've got to get about 20 more 10-gallon aquariums. And so that's good. And yeah, BTW Aquatics, I get it. That's fine. And by the way, I love it when you're here. I love it when everybody's here. So I really appreciate it. Again, it's to do these channels, you have to give some time to it, and you have to go and do some time to it. It really is. And not everybody has the time to do it. Not everybody has the patience to do it. I've been meaning to upgrade my software for editing videos. I have Sony Vegas, which is great, does a very good job, but it's not as slick as some of them are. And so my goal is that I may do that here in the next month or so. I may upgrade that. I have a brand new laptop that's a gaming laptop. It's pretty sweet. Does a really good job. So yeah, but let's see what goes on right from there. It takes, you see, Doug Gray says takes a few days to find new bad jokes for each video. Here's the deal: if you love dad jokes, Doug Gray has them going on. He has every video he does, he has 2 or 3. Ba-dump bump. Bingo, dunno, and you get to see his cool guppies, his amazing guppies. So yeah, so that's sort of the deal. So here's what I've been doing. My week has been, obviously I've been pretty busy. I've been looking for a home. I've been taking care of the fish, putting more aquariums up. Crazy. It's going from there. Here's the deal about Bolo, my fish room companion. He has never had a yard in 12 years. Because I lived in New York, in suburban New York City, and I lived in Hackensack, New Jersey, and rented an apartment there. And I was, it just didn't come together with me and my former wife. Probably all for the best. So now that I'm I'll get into a house, thank God, and I'm not going to move again. I think I'm going to stay there the rest of my life. It's they're going to have to, they're going to have to go and bring me out in a pine box. So that's all good. So Bolo, I'm all about him having his own yard. He's going to dig it. And what I like the best about this place I looked at is that the yard was nice and flat. It was really a nice neighborhood. It was pretty active. There were people there. There were cars. Nothing was trashy. It was good. So it was perfect. It's not the most expensive house in the world. Ain't the cheapest, but but this is a really nice neighborhood. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, fenced backyard. I'm gonna have to do, if I get the house, I'm gonna have to do a couple of things with the backyard. Because there's little gaps at the bottom, and believe me, my dog will be able to fit under those gaps, and I don't need that happening. So I'm gonna have to I think I'm probably just gonna have to get bricks and put out a bunch of bricks back there. So just to over the holes. That's probably what I have to do. And it's probably not that expensive, so I go get a bunch of bricks and go from there. Yeah. So here's what's going on. The super red plecos. Bolo does deserve a yard. Exactly, Logan. I saw 5 when I got home from work today. So it's all good. All good. 5 of them. And obviously there's more. But I'm pretty excited about the super red plecos. Really, really fun. And so it's all good. And yeah, here's the deal about live streaming. And Susan, you really brought it up right. Is just the deal of bonding with your community, and that's kind of the neat thing with it. So if you're really into if you're putting out videos and you're doing all sorts of stuff like that, doing a live stream, you get to learn also more about the people, because I'm here and I'm the Mob Super Red channel. Absolutely. It's all good. I'll tell you what, considering I started building this fish room in I had the surgery July 30th, and I think I started putting up my first aquariums like the second week of August. And I'll let you know when my first fish arrived. Hold on one second here. Let me go to the PayPal. And because that'll tell me, I got the guppies I got from Alan Bias. Let me see what the date was on that. And so, and let's see here. I got your thing, Logan. Thank you very much. It's let's see here. I have to change the dates. If I go back to August 1, and August 16th. So that means I received my guppies Well, I got the other stuff, around the second week as well. My first fish that I got in there. So yeah, my first fish got in like probably around August 10th, because I had the 55 up first, and then I got the guppies. Then I got catfish from Logan, and the Amica Splendens I got on September 18th, and I got the soup or the Roebuck Reds from Doug Gray around the 25th or 26th of September. So there you go. So pretty exciting stuff. Let's see here. Did anyone come up with the date on the? Oh, you have dollar per gallon is happening in Cincinnati right now at Petco. I have to go to well, this coming weekend. I really need to get down to Fayetteville for a fish club meeting, so I may go in, stop by there, and see what's going on with that. So and try to go and get that all in place. So let me do Petco. Let me see if it says on here, because it could be between now and the middle of uh oh yeah, it's going now, dollar per gallon going on now. When does it end? It's not saying the end, but my guess is that just started, so it's gonna be like February 15th. So I'm gonna have to pick up, let's see here. Yeah, 129 and probably 10 gallons. So it's so I've got to get that going in. It's I'm going to be essentially going out and going from there. Elvis died on August 16th. Coincidence? Could be. By the way, Wednesday is Elvis's birthday. Elvis has his big birthday, and he's like in Key West, sort of hanging out, or he's in Vegas working as an Elvis impersonator. And by the way, how old would be the king if he truly is alive? One would think he's dead by now, even if he snuck out and lived. Let's see. Yeah, he would be 84. And with his poor eating habits, yeah, and his health habits, yeah, he's gone by now. He's not Keith Richards. Keith Richards is going to be around forever. So that's kind of exciting all the way around. Yeah, so so here's the thing that I'm going to be doing in the new place is that one of the bedrooms is just essentially going to be a fish room. It's going to be all guppies all the time. I have to do some measuring, make sure I'm all good. And then I'm just going to load up. When I close that night, I'm picking up racks. I'm going to rent a couple of guys and set them up, and then get moving on getting these aquariums set up and rock and rolling. I've got to order a bunch more sponge filters. It's great. Hey, Terry's Tropical Tanks, welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys. 20 here, 16 likes. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. HC Agua, what's up, Jesse? Welcome to the live stream. It's all good. Just going through the process here of getting getting the setup, and obviously I have plenty of strains. I really don't need any more, but just gives more reason to put up more aquariums, doesn't it? And yeah, the 40 breeders are selling for $49.99. That's actually a pretty good price. Pretty good price all the way around. Larry D's Tanks and More. I think that's actually a pretty good deal. And who knows? My pleco addiction may lead me to more 40s. Rob 93 Aquatics, welcome. It's great having you here, Rob. I really appreciate Arkansas. It's yeah, so it's all good. So yeah, so the fish, getting them up and running, getting everything going with that. That's it's all gonna be good. I am so excited. So hopefully I hear from I have my texter open on my I'll tell you where I if I haven't brought this up before, this kind of need to know if I brought it up before, please forgive me. I have a Google voice line. It's free. It's from Google. Rounded Rob, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the mob. So this Google voice line is free from Google. All you have to have is a Gmail account, which most of us have. You can pick your phone number from the area code you want it to be. And because of one of my freelance things, I have it based in New York City. And because I end up doing a lot of stuff from there, and a lot of my freelance stuff happens out of New York. So the New York number is really strong to have. And the cool thing about the Google Voice is this, is that I actually have it open. All my texts can come to my laptop. So I can return a text. Pretty cool stuff. And so that's sort of what I do. I go and I keep it up to date, and I can go and reply immediately. It's really good. It's faster than doing normal texting. As fast as I am on texting, I'm reasonably good. I'm a much better typer. So I get it. I type it out, and the thing is, you can actually program the Google Voice to ring wherever you want it to be. It can ring your desk when you're at your desk at work. It can ring your home number from what time you want it to what time to end. So essentially, I have my home number ringing from 3 p.m. because that's usually when I'm home, 3 p.m. to 8:30 at night because that's when I go to bed. And I have the phone turned off at from 8:30 to 4 a.m. So on my cell phone, etc. And so it just directly goes to voicemail. And so if I end up so Chewy's in the running to be Taylor Swift's manager. Yeah, nobody wants to work with Taylor Swift, let's be honest. So is that it goes automatically and it shows up as a text. So if you keep your phone on vibrate, you'll all of a sudden get a vibrate late at night or what have you if you have to be on call. And so you can read the text and go from there. So that's what I do. And absolutely stuff. It works really, really good. So, sorry for nodding. I was up late last night. I had a conference call, like really freaking late for somebody. When you get up at 4:15, and hey, thank you very much, Rob. Vinny the Mooch, welcome to the live stream. And so let's see here. I just got a couple of texts, and actually, I think that those were emails. I'll worry about that later on. And let me look just in case. Let's see if they let me know I'm owning the home via email or not owning the home. I don't care which. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It's just the way. It's the way the good Lord wants it. So no, nothing. We're all hoping for the best, though. Thank you very much, Bob. I really appreciate it. I appreciate 20 here, 19 likes. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. And yep, thanks, Don, and thanks, Susan. I really appreciate your support. And yeah, Jinx 10. Can't speak till someone says your name. Don, Bob, Susan. Okay, there you go. And so yeah, 99% ain't bad. 99.9% is not bad at all. 20 here and 20 thumbs up. You guys are the best. Petco, and they're selling them on sale right now, I think till the middle of February for $49.99. So there you go. Yeah, very, very good. So yeah, so that's neat to get. And I guess I'm gonna have to walk in and get more serious about hunting racks. What I'd like to get is so I can put the 29 deep, so I can do like 3 of them. I'd like to have 3 or 4 tanks of Amica Splendids, and help recover that fish. And I saw a video, and I'm trying to remember who put this out, about having a fish in, a Cares fish. And that's a fish that's officially, an endangered species. And it's really important for any of us who can do it to do it. Save those fish. Dylan Martin, welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. Thanks for joining in. So any of us that can go out and give up a couple of tanks to an endangered species and try to breed them and help them, build numbers in captivity. So when the time is right, Amica splendens can be introduced, or whatever fish can be reintroduced in the wild. Amica splendens' biggest problem is, it has nothing to do with climate change, by the way, 0.0. It is, as Mexico has become a growing population, greater amount of agribusiness, they need more and more water, and most of Mexico is something called a desert, unless you're like down in the south of Mexico, like in Veracruz, etc., which is sort of more of like a rainforest type of thing. But most of Mexico is a desert, and with the growing population, that's going in. Yeah, why is not the North American Native Fish Association involved in CARES? The main native fishes that are threatened. You know what? That's a really good question, Chewy, and I have no idea. I wish I did. I wish I understood. I wish I knew. I have no idea at all. And again, my deal here is that, and you know my philosophy, is expanding the fish fam, expanding who we are and how we get things done, and getting more people involved is sort of my deal. And I'm not a big fan of the politics of exclusion. I don't know if I've told this one before, but if I have, please tell me that I have. Shut up, Peter. You told that one before. I had someone reply to a video talking about a fish club that I'm a member of, and it was a pretty good critique. It's the idea that if you're a member of a fish club, make sure you introduce yourself to anyone new who comes in. Anyone you don't know, go and introduce. Sometimes it's very difficult to do because, like me, you're kind of an introvert. I'm kind of a, by the way, as much as I'm talking right now, I tend to be kind of a shy person. And you go into a situation where, you want to go and you want to join a group, but you don't know anybody there and all that sort of stuff. It's important to go out, and for the people who are members of the group, is that you need to go out of your way to welcome people, because more the merrier. The more involved, the more people with aquariums, the more people who are nuts, just like like we are, that are just nutty about our fish, the better it is for the hobby. And so, and again, I'm not going to name the club. It actually doesn't matter, because you can find this with any organization. Is that this person brought up a fairly big critique, is that she had shown up at a meeting, and it was like she was the scarecrow. Everyone sort of walked around her. And the crows landed on her shoulders. No one wanted to speak with her. They were all involved with their own thing. And I get it. We go to an event, you hang out with people, etc. Remember, it's all about inclusion. It's all about growing the fish fam. It's going through there. So, um, that being said, I did a screenshot of that. I threw it up on the Facebook page of that club. And guess what happened? I got blocked. I'm a member of the club in good standing. I got blocked out of the club for quote unquote breaking the rules of the club. So I reached out to the person involved with the Facebook page of that club. Said, "Hey, I got blocked, and I don't think you understand what I was trying to do." And this guy goes, "You broke the rules. If you break the rules again, it'll be banned forever. I'll let you back on." I have not posted a damn thing on that Facebook page since that moment. So it's all good. So let's see here, Terry. North American native fish that are endangered are illegal to keep in North America. Terry, I think you're right, but I think the idea is that it's the Amica splendens, for instance, is a North American fish. If it's a fish that's being bred in captivity, etc., I think that I think you're okay. There are some you cannot keep, etc. But so that's sort of the deal. Yeah, you can keep endangered species. What you cannot do without a permit is take an endangered species out of the wild. So, for instance, if you know that there's a critically endangered fish in a creek or a river or a lake or pond near you, and you just go, you know what? I think I can raise a bunch of these things and help the population. Perfectly fine. Perfectly, going on from there. Hey, Jay and Aquarium, welcome to the live stream. But yeah, you can't remove them from the wild without a permit. That usually comes from the Fish and Game Department of whichever state. Will I be staying with that club? Rounded Rob asks. Yes, I will. I will, because I get a lot out of it. And just because the person in charge of the Facebook page, is kind of a dick or a jerk, yeah, no, I'm not going to. And yeah, and by the way, and that's a good point, Chewy. North American and Native Fish Association not involved in the CARES program. They should be. Absolutely. Stop being your own little small little group. That's the thing that you end up finding with people. And it's a very natural thing. Okay, people want to be cliquish. They want to, it's anybody who's not like them exactly. It's I'll give you a good example. I'm going to raise a whole bunch of holy hell when I say this, but it's totally true. If you want to get a lot of people yelling at each other on your YouTube page, or if you go to a fish thing on Reddit or Band or Facebook, you sit there and say, "Hey, I have a tank," and name South American cichlids and African cichlids, that you keep them in the same aquarium. People go freaking nuts, absolutely nuts, if you say that. So you may want to try it, just see what kind of reaction you get. It's on some of the African cichlids, keeping if you're not breeding them or what have you, just enjoying keeping them with a similar type of size fish, similar aggression in a large tank. I don't necessarily have a problem with it. It's going through there. Yeah, by the way, Chewy, my fish club that I mainly attend, the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society, Michael Gaines does this. He did a thing about native fishes in a meeting probably about 3 months ago. Whole slide thing, and the red-sided dace and a couple of the other dace species were brought up, and they were about to do a bunch of collection This may have been like in May, and because of scheduling, what have you, no one went out to grab them out. But again, that's a real good thing to be, to go through. Hey, Anthony's Fishy Friends, gotta lurk. It's okay. Still working. Lurking is no problem here. I'm all about it. By the way, 23 people here, 22 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't do it without you. You. Every one of you are really important. And so who are we losing? And so, Sailfin went bye-bye. Well, thanks for being here. Precious Tranquility, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so my deal is all about building in. So wherever you are, you could be at your house of worship, your mosque, your church, your synagogue, whatever that may be. It could be a member of the Kiwanis, Toastmasters, whatever it is. If you ever see somebody you don't know or somebody new and you're a regular attender and all that sort of stuff, go out and greet them. Because a lot of times people walk into a situation and they don't know anybody and it's awkward for them. I'm relatively new to where I moved here, January or May 1st, 2019. And I will tell you, I've gone into certain social situations. It's not, it's very difficult not, to show up to events or what have you and not know people. Very difficult. And you can remember when you were a kid. By the way, here's Bolo. He wants to get down. There you go, buddy. So it's very difficult. So remember when you were a kid and if you were ever the new kid in school and you just sat there and you go through and you try to greet and find somebody to sit next to and all that sort of junk, and you don't quite, it takes a while to sort of fit in. Well, that's the way it is for a fish club, and fish clubs meet at once a month. So, and because our hobby, we should all be looking to grow it. The more people involved with the hobby, this is what it means. More fish stores means a wider variety of things available to us. It's a very selfish reason to have more people involved in the fish hobby. So that's the positive thing. Also, the idea that you can, with this particular item, you can go out and the more people who are involved, all of a sudden you may have somebody in that fish club that takes a liking to a certain type of fish. And bingo, you have someone to sort of learn from, or somebody who likes the fish you have. That's someone you can go out and mentor. And it's really a cool deal. Really a cool deal all the way around. So here's the deal, is that you go through with the fish and get the fish going the way it should be. You're going to be, you're going to help the hobby and thus help you. So when somebody shows up, you can go through there. And yeah, Chewy, you can be a member of a club without ever being there. I'm a member of a lot of fish clubs that, I'm a member of the Kansas City Club. I'm a member of the St. Louis Club. I'm a member of, and I've never been there. I want to go to the Missouri Club. In fact, Michael Gaines from the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society, they're gonna be doing an auction or a fish sale in, this spring, and he goes, hey, you want to ride together? Perfect. He can drive up to here. He's about an hour away, and we can leave from here. It's about 5 hours to the fish sale. I'd have to sort of co-opt him and make sure that he in my game, I need to be out at a certain time. I go to bed, for instance, because I've been working on buying this house. I haven't done all my work for tomorrow. So when I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to end up doing work for tomorrow. I have a report I have to have done tonight. So I'm going to quickly bang that out. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to go out and go to bed, take the dog for a walk and go from there. Hey, Dr. Black, Good day to you, my friend. Enjoyed the live stream this last weekend. I was there for a while. It was all good. Yeah, again, yeah, it's you don't the idea of going out, being a part of it, being part of the deal. It's it, it's it's so good. And again, one of the reasons why we do this is build community. Well, the community is very, very simple. Is to go out and promote the hobby, promote our passion, to discuss things that we find interesting. I'll tell you about this. I don't know how many people at my office can handle me talking more about my fish. Anybody agree with me on that? How many times do you talk about fish to your coworkers? Be honest. And I bring them up all the time, way too much. So it's all good. It's very, very funny. So again, it's just realize this is that you and I are ambassadors. You never bring up fish, Jesse. I'll tell you what. It's all good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Doug. I'm more, believe me, I have, you know, I'm as eccentric as, not that eccentric, but I'm reasonably eccentric. I realize that I'm not quite, all that normal. It's all good. And it's fine actually. The more unique we all are, the better it is. I don't if you could have people exactly like you all day, while they may be perfect, the idea is that you want different ideas, you want different things to share. It's all good. And well, you see, precious tranquility, you bet. There you go. You're working out, out of the home, and the clients get to see the fish. You see, there you go. Open type of conversation. I'll pick up my phone, open it up. Hey, you want to see a picture of some of my Placostomus? And go at it right from there. I swear to you, by the way, my glasses, I need to upgrade these things very seriously because I'm looking. I go like this. I have the bifocal type things. That's a little bit better. But right here, this screen is blurry to me, and I'm not blurry, am I? Help me out, everybody. Am I blurry? And Vinny the Mooch, you're going to be having a 100-gallon plus tank with some of your favorite wild freshwater fish from my home waters. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's all about supporting the hobby, all about supporting keeping the fish. Okay, I'm not too blurry on Precious Tranquility. Yeah, I think I'm at the thing where I definitely need more glasses. Okay, well then I'm on a laptop, so I don't know if I can focus anymore. Well, maybe I can. Help me out here. Is there let me see. Oh, okay, my picture's blurry. Well, there we go. Maybe it isn't my I'm opening up the camera and see if that's where I can adjust it. And oh, it wants me to close my app, so we'll keep that open. Okay, so we'll figure it out. And we'll figure out what's going on with my camera resolution. I can turn that up. So blurry, but not too bad here. My internet is pretty quick in this house, so it's go to my video settings. Okay, hold on a second here. System. Display. Let's see here. I know this is pretty exciting. You get to see. I'm on a Windows 10. Is where would I find the video settings on Windows 10? Help me out. Okay, if it's blurry, that's good to know. I appreciate it. This sounds good though. You know, and really, do you want to see me clearly? Be frank here. Let's be honest. It's you know, I'm not quite Corvus. You know, I'm not that good looking. But you know, maybe yeah, it's maybe I have to pull out my, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Let's see here. See if that improves. I don't know, I'll take a camera thing to it and I'll play with. I sound like Frank Sinatra? Excellent. I have a gaming laptop. I'm using it right off of that. I should, again, I have this handy dandy new camera that's Wi-Fi set up, and I haven't hooked it up yet. So there you go. I'm not Frank, I'm Rod. Yes, that's fine. And I'm not Frank Sinatra either. It's, by the way, my favorite Frank Sinatra joke told by Don Rickles is this. Is that you know, David Letterman was asking Rickles how Sinatra was. And Rickles said this. It was just absolutely great. By the way, if you don't know who Don Rickles was, after this live stream, just on YouTube, hit Don Rickles. He was an insult comic and beloved, very close to Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. And so here was Sinatra, or Rickles' quote about Sinatra. Just how wonderful this guy was. He goes, he has Sicilian Alzheimer's. He only remembers the grudges. That's like a win. That's what I have. Is I have the Canon T7. It's really good, and again, I've done a lot of shooting with it. I've done a lot of you know, I've done some wildlife shooting. I need to get a better camera lens for it. That's one of the things. You know, I'll buy the house and I'll do that. But what I would prefer to do is this. Is that I would prefer, you know, is that, oh, when I got the T7, Doug, I bought it for like $899, something like that. I walked into Best Buy. I was looking at lenses, seeing if I can upgrade to get a better lens for outdoor stuff. Is that they're now selling that for like $560. It's like $400 cheaper. So there we go. And yeah, well, Rickles would make fun. Yeah, no, it's a really a good camera, Doug. Pick it up. Pick it up. You'll be very happy you did. It's I recommend it highly. And Scott with King and Queen Cichlids has it as well. So yeah, pick that up. You'll like it. And I'll have to figure out how to do my settings for video. I'm not seeing it yet, but I'll put it up and see if I can make it a little more phone. Let's see here. I'm looking under network and internet, and we'll figure this out. I'll get this all put together. Do I really want to link my my deal to my my phone to my laptop? Really? Yeah, do I really want to do that? I don't know. So it's every time I look at macro lenses to do better fish picks, I have a coronary. Yeah, I'll tell you what, is that again, the next time I go to Fayetteville or Springfield where they have a real camera shop, you know, Best Buy ain't a real camera shop, everybody, just is that I need to walk in and sort of feel it out. And you know, you don't have to buy it right then, but you just have to have an idea of how much you're going to spend. And so that's sort of the deal right there. Other things just to keep in mind as you're getting ready for the whole fish activities with with the process of enjoying the hobby is just to go out and get there. So am I breeding for profit? No. Am I breeding to pay my fish bills? Yes. If I break even with the fish, it's a win-win. If I was going into the thing, I don't think I would be doing breeding of fish. I think I would end up doing, just like stuff I can ship. So, hey, gang, we've been here for about an hour. I need to get out because I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Thank you so much. 19 here right now, 25 thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate all of you. And you guys have a great week. And I'll have a video out on Wednesday. Again, thanks for watching Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Join the mob today. Please go in there. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy my report a lot. You know it. Thank you guys very much.